Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another energy focus video here on the Waves of Communication channel. I hope everything's working good. I see a little glitchy. If everything's going fine, send me a thumbs up. Hopefully this isn't. I see that it looks really glitchy on the camera. I'm gonna try something quick, because I definitely want to get to you. All right, so thanks for bearing with me live. Yeah, okay, hopefully things are a little bit better now. All right, excellent, thanks. We've got Mercury retrograde going on the way out, and hopefully that just gave people a few minutes to see that I'm live and join me in. My name is Marci Melzer. I'm an intuitive speech-language pathologist and language facilitation coach and consultant. And my platform, wavesofcommunication.com, equips and empowers parents and caregivers all over the world to connect with the late talkers in your life and facilitate the spoken language that they are missing. And on the Energy Focus channel, we are focusing on energy information, the extra information that you can use to help you get better results on your language facilitation journey. And so today we're going to be talking about the astrology, and then I've got the cards out and we're going to be doing some readings, a special reading that I have designed for sort of a new way I'm going to go about it. Instead of going through all the astrological signs today, I'm going to be doing a dedicated reading specific to the energy here, a more comprehensive reading for everybody. So definitely stay tuned if you are interested in that. And so yeah, like I said, this is our Monday mindset check-in plus intuitive messages. So welcome. Again, this isn't necessarily live Q&A, but if you are interested, maybe at the end, because I'm doing this one general reading for everybody, if you are joining live, post your name in the comments and maybe I can pull a card for you at the end after I'm done. So let's get into talking about today's astrology first. I've got a slide here for you. You can see these are the key astrology transits for this week. And we've got what you see here in white, those are the actual planetary bodies. In blue are the locations where they go, the different houses around the astrological chart and in the sky. And that's the blue. And then where you see the red and green, that talks a little bit about the aspects. So let's get into each one so you can understand them. First of all, the sun is in Libra, which is challenging, meaning opposing Jupiter, which is in retrograde in Aries. And what that means, that first thing means, is that when the sun is opposing Jupiter, and Jupiter's in its retrograde, so causing us to really rethink, we're all redoing, we've got all the outer planets in retrograde, so it gives us a chance to rethink the ideas. Jupiter's about expansion and new things and trying new things. Let's get lucky. You know, lucky is inspired action. That's what Jupiter is. And this sun in Libra is challenging it. Now, the sun in Libra is an air sign. It's all about messages and thoughts and problem solving and thinking about it. And Libra is about balance. And now that we've got Jupiter over there in Aries, which is where we take action, the opposing sun is lighting up the opportunity to decide. You're balancing what influence comes from inspired ideas you get from outside and opposing the ideas that you feel that you're developing yourself, which is the sun. Sun is always self. And then when you look at things that oppose it, what is opposing your ideas? Are they new ideas for expansion? Here in Libra, again, it's ideas. Now, as I said in this, as you see at the bottom of this little graphic here, you'll use each family member's individual house placements to identify the important topics. So if you're Libra, for me, it happens to be in my third house of community, opposing Saturn in my second house. So what you're going to do is you're going to see these other things that are, it's not my second house, it's my eighth house. So what you're going to do is you're going to see the opposing 3 and 8, whatever opposes makes up 12, because there's 12 in the zodiac. So those opposing things, you want to consider both of those houses and realize what is balancing. That's what a sun does. Now, to make that even more impactful and exciting for you, we've got a new moon that just happened last night in Libra, and then it's going to move into Scorpio and Sagittarius because the moon only stays in one sign for a few days, about 2.5 days. So it's still currently in Libra, but it's going to move into Scorpio and Sagittarius. And when the sun is in the signs, what you have to do is Libra is an air sign, Scorpio is a water sign, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. So if you have air, water, and fire, each day of the week, those aspects of your life will be highlighted. So I happen to have a lot of air and fire in my chart. So the beginning of the week and the end of the week are going to be more impactful for me than the middle of the week when a lot of that watery energy is going on. That's what the moon tells us. So you have the opportunity to use the moon based on what you know about where these signs are in your house: Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. What are those houses in your chart? All right, moving forward, we've got Mercury retrograde in Virgo, and it's moving backwards. Looks like it's moving backwards in Virgo, which is an earth sign. And it's going to kiss Venus, meaning conjunct right on top of it. It's going to visit, Mercury's going to visit Venus, and then it's going to keep moving backward, and Venus is going to keep moving forward because Venus is not in retrograde right now. And so they're just going to, Mercury's going to stop back. They're going to kiss each other on the way going by. Now, this is a really interesting aspect and it's all happening in Virgo, the earth sign. So remember, Mercury's the communication planet, and Venus is more about the structures and the things around you, how to make it nice and easy and fun. If it isn't fun, it isn't fun. And this little conjunction, this little kissing action that's going to happen is going to give you the opportunity to remind you that we got to keep it fun. Hey, we're keeping everybody, we're connecting. Maybe we're on our own paths, going our own directions, but this is the time to connect and talk about that we're on the same. It's just a little opportunity for connection through this process, because in Virgo, you could feel very on your own. You know, we've just come out of Virgo season. The sun's finally now in Libra season. Thank you for me, because in Virgo season, it's very heavy for me. It feels very heavy because I don't have a lot of earth in my chart, and I like it when it moves into the air signs. For communication, again, it's a lot easier for us. You could have been during Virgo season solving a lot of physical, earthy kind of problems, new schools, new structures, new things starting out, things breaking down and having to be rebuilt up. Now in Libra season, it feels a little lighter. We're talking about moving forward with these things. And this little conjunction that happens between Mercury and Venus will help you see the light, see the positivity. It's a nice little connection. Okay, another thing that's going on this week is that Mars, the action of fiery action, is in Gemini, and it's going to be there for 6 months because it's getting ready to go retrograde at the end of October. Right now, it's still moving forward, but it's in Gemini, and that's the most important thing to realize right now. And with Mars in Gemini, Mars is the action planet. Gemini is about how we have new inspired ideas. It's another air sign. All of these things that we, again, a balance situation that we've got going on right now, where you are literally trying to find how is the action you're taking feel balanced, win-win. Gemini is win-win. We're the twins. It's sometimes and it's not always even. It's win-win. Sometimes my skills, talents, and abilities are benefiting the situation. Sometimes yours are. And in Gemini, you learn how to give and take. It's negotiation. It's the sign of negotiation. Mars is going to be there for 6 months. You have this next 6 months time, especially when Mars goes retrograde, and it's going to be retrograde for a long time. So as you see it go retrograde and then move forward, all in the sign of Gemini, Gemini. Now is your chance to find the right school, find the right therapist, find the right strategies, find the right job, find the right connection, find the right whatever that's win-win, that you get to do what you need to do while you feel good and other people feel good and everybody gets their positive results. It's a very, very good time in the astrology right now that we're getting ready to go into. Now, remember, when Mars goes retrograde at the end of October, we're going to be really rethinking a lot of these things. And so really be conscious about what you're doing moving forward while this Mars is there. This energy is only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on. So this is just the foretelling of it, okay? And then Mercury, yay, finally, stations direct on October 2nd in Virgo. So it has moved out of the air sign back into the earth sign. And with this kind of a Mercury retrograde where we have an air back into earth, back into air, Virgo into Libra, back into Virgo, back into Libra, this is like second guessing, your last chance to get your really good progress, your really good plans, the things that you have been thinking and contemplating and second guessing and getting rid of old things, starting new things. This is your opportunity. It's only going to get bigger and more exciting. And the other thing that's happening, because remember, these outer planets are still in retrograde and we're getting ready to roll into eclipse season in October. So buckle up. Whether you like it or not, these changes are going to start to happen. So that's why it's a really good idea to use this astrology so that you can take advantage of this energy and don't get left behind. Don't get, stumbled over in the chaos of everybody making change. Don't get stuck in the rubble. You are the one being in the front. You have your opportunity right now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to dip over into the cards. I'm going to transition this camera over there right now. And again, if you are interested in having me pull a card for you, go ahead and put it in the description. What I'm going to do is a special reading for you. I've got 2 decks of cards. I've got my language facilitation inspiration cards, and I've got the good tarot deck out here. All right. And the first thing I'm going to do is just clear the space with a little sound. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you this reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull 4 piles. The first row, 4 rows. The first row is going to be the topic, what we're going to be talking about, the topic message for this reading. What's important from the late talkers and our energetic to see what's going to come up. The topic for the message. That's the first card we're going to pull. And then we're going to pull a challenge card. And then we're going to pull an inspired action card. And then we're going to pull an outcome card to see what happens if you take the inspired action. All right. So the primary topic for this reading is this one. Look at this. We keep pulling this one. Show me the light. So remember, we're talking about this idea of spiritual change and the idea of connecting with a higher power. Your late talker is interested in having this do. I'll read the inspired action. Connect with your spirit. Introduce the late talker to the idea of a spiritual guide who gives us good ideas and helps us share love with each other. We just really keep getting that card a lot. So that is going to be the topic. And then the challenge for that. What's challenging that from happening? It's this card. Let's try it my way this time. So interesting. Be flexible and adapt. Late talkers are more likely to accept requested jobs and follow rules when you also offer opportunities to join in exploring and learning about their interests every day. Wonder if your late talker is wanting to maybe think outside of the box as far as their language, or as far as their spiritual practices. Observe the late talker's play and spiritual practice, if that's what we're talking about. State that you want to join and imitate their actions. Ask for directions and talk about all of the details you learn. All right, so that's going to be the challenge message. Now, what's going to be the message that helps us get through the challenge? And we're going to clarify these with the tarot. It's this. Food inspires me. Oh, maybe your late talker wants to learn to cook or something similar. Teach through cooking. Everyday food prep is a prime opportunity for late talkers to learn functional skills and speech surrounding cooking and eating. I'm already getting ideas for this reading. Identify safety, right? By showing which kitchen utensils are okay for them. Like mom uses a sharp knife and you use the whisk, right? Demonstrate how to hold and use kitchen utensils without food via descriptive and pretend play. And coach through preparing easy snacks and assisting the cook. You want to turn them into your little sous chef. Look at this image. Okay, so that is the challenge. That's the inspired action. And then we're going to pull an outcome right now. Let me know if you like this kind of reading. Show me the world. Look. Ooh, I love this. It means your late talker is going to be excited to take their new spiritual practice and food prep out into the world. Explore and engage. Late talkers need guidance and support to navigate new environments and learn how to engage with others using speech. Explain any new sights and sounds that you encounter together and demonstrate how to appropriately join the social activity or conversation and model easy phrases that can be used in future interactions. Explore and engage. Show me the world. They are learning from experiences, and that's going to be the outcome. All right, so now what we're going to do is I've got the good tarot here, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull some cards to get some more messages around each one of these topics. So this is the topic of discussion, the challenge, the inspired action of how to overcome the challenge, and the outcome. Okay, so let's start with that. Show me the light card. What do the late talkers, the spirit messages, the energy from the collective, what do you have to share with us about this idea of spiritual movement? Here's one. I'm going to pull 3, 2, 3. Okay, and these 3 cards are the 6 of Fire, the Sun, and the Messenger of Water. Okay, so let's look at them. This, obviously, we're talking about spiritual practice and what is the topic? What is the message from the late talkers about spiritual practice? The 6 of Fire in this deck, look, it's elevating. It's all about elevating. We're rising up to the light, surrounded by other people who maybe you are shining a bright star. Your late talker, 6 of Fire, is I shine brighter than the other one. See, look, this particular balloon is shining brighter. And your late talker sees that maybe you as a model are shining brighter than other things because you are inspired, because you're starting to do your energy work. You're lighting up and they like it. They're seeing you show up as a spiritual teacher for your late talker. Your spiritual work, your energy work is helping them elevate their mindset because they see you and they're modeling. They want to rise up with you. Okay. And the Sun just clarifies that. Sun's one of the best cards in the deck. And look at this woman. She is shining in the sun. Her eyes aren't looking to the sun. She's looking down. She's celebrating. She's got the sun is reflected from the sunflowers. These are maybe the late talkers reflecting that energy back up at you. They see you. They see you doing your energy work. They see you lighting up. And this is enlightenment. Lighting up, rising up to enlightenment. And the Messenger of Water is, hey, I see you. Look at it. This is connection. I connect with you, who you are, in your own space, in your own self, and together in your uniqueness. That's what we're going to talk about next. You're going to get the messages that you need. The Messenger of Water is someone who shares loving messages. Water is emotions, loving messages. I see you. And because this is not, nobody's talking. They're literally intuitively getting each other, right? Your late talker loves that you get them, and that spiritual stuff, that's what they love. All right, so I'm going to put these cards over here. And then we're going to talk about the challenge. So what is the challenge to this? And it says, let's try it my way this time. Let's see what the tarot says so we can put this whole message together. Oops. We've got the Four of Swords. I'm going to pull these on the way so we don't have enough time. Let's try it my way. Four of Swords, Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Earth, and the Empress. The Empress is somebody who is creator. That's, literally the pregnant woman, the woman who has the wheat that she's growing to build, to make the bread, to cook the cake, to do all that stuff, right? The Empress is number 3. This is a major arcana. Sun, like 2, that's major arcana. I'm not surprised that we get major messages because I think these late talkers got a lot to say. Now, the Four of Air, let's look at this woman. She is confused. She tried some stuff. It didn't work. And she's stuck. She's taking a pause. Four of Air. We've had this card. This is the Four of Swords. We see this card a lot. This is about you taking a pause from the action that you're taking so you can have a think about it. Is this really what I want to do? Did I really get the outcome that I want? Right? And maybe, Queen of Earth, it's time to start looking elsewhere. Here is a little butterfly with another idea. This woman's not looking at it. She's got her own ideas about how she does things. But this little butterfly, white is about change and butterflies are about peaceful. And I haven't noticed this very much on this, but I see that she's not looking right at it. Here is an idea that she doesn't see in the Queen of Swords. And maybe that's the issue, because the Empress says we all have good ideas. We've grown things already. We've already planted the seed and it is growing. It's not in its final outcome. It's not what it's supposed to be yet. But we know we have potential. This is the card of potential. And that's what this one, when you look for new ideas, then the potential becomes clear. So that's what this message is. Let's try it my way this time. Says, take a pause. We all got a few more days left of this Mercury retrograde. This is the last week of it. This is your last week to chance, while it's in Virgo, Earth, to look at your ideas and plant the right seeds so that you get the real outcome, the one that you want, the one that you are intending to create. She knows what she wants to cook, but she's holding on to that, okay? Holding on to your resources. All right, let's talk about this card, this Food Inspires Me card now. Woo! There's a card that came out first, the Seven of Swords. I'll get 2 more. Here's another one. The Queen. Oh, this one is really like this one. Okay. And the Ace of Water. Look at these cards. Okay, so what we're going to get about this Food Inspires Me message. Remember, this is the way through the problem. The challenge is it's time to start thinking out of the box and watching the child for their ideas. And this is it. New ideas. This is, sometimes it's the stealing card, but I think it's the inspired ideas. It's like, look, these are different animals. They're new animals. She's learning. She's like, look, she's got her mask on. She's trying to be like a bird to learn from the birds. And these birds up here are like, we see you. You're not like those birds, those geese down on the ground. You're extraordinary. You don't need to take other people's ideas. You have your own. You have your own ideas, right? And it's a new way, not the old way. Like I have to put on a mask to be like the old way. But if I take off my mask, I can see the new inspired things to do. And here they are. She has new inspired action. She's got a big old owl with white feathers, sharing information all day long. Not old information, new information, inspired information. All these white birds. Maybe you've been seeing feathers. Have you? I have. So interesting that I see that. And then this is the Ace of Water. Here he is. Here's that little seahorse coming back with inspired action of, hey, maybe cooking. Maybe because if it's not food, it is your child's inspiration, right? That's the message here, is that something inspires this kiddo. And this is it, that idea. My ideas inspire me, and they want you to connect with them, right? Their way. I got these ideas. Here it is. Look, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful pearl of an idea, one that maybe you hadn't considered yet. And what it is inspiration. Inspiration. Let's cook. Let's build. Let's do my superpower. And I suspect that cooking has been a topic for you this week because you got this card too. All right. All right. Let's look at this one. This is the outcome. Show me the world. How's this going to turn out this week? What kind of new worldly things will your lay talker show you? What's going to happen? Let's see. Ooh, that one was flippy. I think we'll take that one. And this one wanted to go too. We'll just pull them from the top. We've got, temptation. And we've got the King of Fire. That's that Mars. And we've got the Fool. Wow. This is a big message. 2 major arcanas. The outcome is amazing. So, temptation. This is about that balance. Remember, we've got this new moon in Libra that we just did. And it's about not too much of anything. Because if we eat too much, if we have too much, it's too much. We're tempted by, we want to have too much. We don't want to have just enough. We want more. We want it all. This is, we want it all. And we see potentially the capability to get it all, to get the treasure. What do you want? You want to take the big bite out of the apple, but look in there. Through her biting, through all of her work, she created something. She created designs just with her mouth in the apple, and you wouldn't see it from far away. But when you look up close, you see that even through her desperation to get what she wants, she's created something. So this is your opportunity to see, what have you learned? What have you gained from those temptations? And what do you leave behind? So she didn't eat the whole apple. She ate just what she needs. She was tempted. It's tempting to eat it all in a whole thing, but she's just really appreciating. Look at her. Thank goodness I have all this. I have all this. I have all the food I could ever need to eat and all the money I ever need. And a cup is love, all the love and support I ever need. It's there, available for you. And it's the King of Fire, this Mars action. So this is literally Mars in Gemini right here. Let's go. Let's go. I am taking action, inspired action. This is the card of inspired action. Look at him. He can't even do things without this beautiful sun ray. And every thought, every intention comes from his heart, totally radiating. This is fire. This is passionate, inspired action, inspired by the sun. And we saw the sun card right here. Look, inspired by your child's activities, because that's when it came up. The sun card came up around that one. Okay. And then you got the Fool. The outcome is the Fool. When you literally use your energy work, follow your child's lead to use inspirational activities that your child is their superpowers, they will show you the world. They'll take that out into the world. Let's go. Let's show everybody. Let's take it out and show everybody. Look at me, the new me. This is it. 0. Brand new. It comes from your inspired action. I love that. Wow. Let me pull this back over here for a minute. And yeah. So I hope that that reading was interesting for you, was helpful for you as far as messages for the week. Remember, this energy is going to change. It always does. And my best advice for you is to ride the waves of communication as you go through the activity and enjoy the process. It's not, I can't tell you smooth sailing all the time as we look here. There are always challenges. There are always things that you'll want to do new in your process of your language facilitation journey. It should be that way. It doesn't stay the same every day. It changes all the time. That Fool card's really important today for you to realize the potential. And that's what this reading's all about. That's what these messages are all about, just potential. We don't know what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, where I live in Florida, there's a major hurricane coming right straight for me. And I don't know. There's a big cone of uncertainty right now. And so these messages, even for me, tuning into my spirituality, trusting that I have all my preparations together and riding the waves as they come in when we get all this new water. That's going to be my world. So thank you for joining me today. I don't see anybody else joining me live for a comment. So on the replay, you'll all get your messages today. And yeah, there's my new workbook, 11-week journey to shift behavior to speaking. This is your tool, the opportunity for you to engage with your child, start your new plan, write it all out, and keep moving forward. This is your opportunity today. So thank you so much for joining me on this broadcast. Don't be sure to hit the bell and subscribe because you don't want to miss when I go live. I do another mindset video every Thursday, and then over on the Waves of Communication channel and wavesofcommunication.com. That's where you can learn everything you need to help your late talker shift their spoken language, their behavior into spoken language. Thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.